I couldn't afford a car, and Marie didn't want one, so we rode our bikes everywhere. I thought I looked silly, and with those damn sparkly shoes, I probably did. Yeah, I was losing my glamour status at school right there. Food rescue. Yeah, it was a good place to be, until Marie showed up. I know she didn't mean anything by it, but the pity in her eyes. Worse than being hungry.
Oh, okay. Sie haben sich also also sie haben nicht beide bei Food Rescue gearbeitet, sondern okay, Kelsey war also selbst bei Food Rescue, um Essen zu kriegen. Okay, das ist mir bislang irgendwie entgangen.
The Green Eatery. Green as in with fungus. Yes, I am never eating Ayurvedic lasagna ever again. But some people must have liked Mr. Jones's cooking, because he was out every night, cooking his green stuff.
Okay.
He had money, you see? He bought me things. I was gonna wear these to the prom. Fancy, right? At the time, I didn't know where the money came from.
Okay, hat Trevor ihr die Schuhe geschenkt? Möglich. Da ist noch ein Zettel, oder? Können wir aber nichts mehr machen.
That's Marie's birthday. That's weird. I guess she wrote it down for that Ben guy, for her pizza and movie party. All right, I might have been a little jealous.
Okay. Da können wir nichts aufmachen. Hier geht auch nichts mehr, ne? Nee, das hatten wir. Können wir mit den Bildern noch was machen?
Mr. Torres. Thick as thieves, those two. Ever since Lorraine died, they only had each other. Marie was suffering when he was in intensive care. That was a nasty knife wound.
Okay.
Have you ever peeled an orange so juicy the drops erupted from underneath its skin like fireworks in the setting sun? The trees in Mr. Jones's garden had them. I used to live off his garden vegetables and fruit before I met Trevor. She loved being a birthday girl. Mr. Torres would take her shopping every year. I loved skinny dipping, but Marie insisted on wearing this thing. Really, I mean, it was Mr. Jones's pool, after dark. No one would ever come close to the freak. And he wasn't there, just to be clear. But someone else was.
Okay, sie sind also heimlich in einem Pool von irgendwem schwimmen gegangen. Und der Typ selber war nicht da, aber irgendwer anders war da und hat sie offenbar überrascht oder zumindest beobachtet. Hier sind noch Fotos, da komme ich aber gar nicht erst hin. Oder? Okay, wir gucken nochmal ins Journal, da ist ja noch ein bisschen was passiert. Hier wäre jetzt eine 3, okay. We had a party today, celebrating 3 years of food rescue. Everyone was there. All those happy familiar faces. Loved it. Kelsey came in. I never took her for one of the hungry. I don't think she knows my name, but everyone knows hers. She's gorgeous. It surprises me, is all. I could see the shame in her eyes when she had to accept the bag of groceries from me. Still, I couldn't take my eyes off her. If this world allows someone like Kelsey Jackson to be hungry, it must be everywhere. So I'm going to fight it with everything I've got. Okay, hier sind wir durch. Hier kommt vermutlich auch nichts Neues dazu. Hier fehlt noch was, also da könnte noch eine andere Zahl kommen. Ansonsten wäre es 3, 4. Oh, hier ist jetzt die 9. Hier fehlt was. Ne, das ist die 5. Hier hinten fehlt noch was. Also wir haben ja hier unten 5 Punkte. Was haben wir denn hier noch an Texten eigentlich? Das hatten wir. Oh, those sparkly shoes. She wears them all of the time. Last night the heels dug into my calf. That freaking hurt! Have you seen those heels? So I yanked them off of her feet and told her, not in the bed. She was amused. I can't think why. To be honest, I wish I was a size 9, because they look absolutely gorgeous. On Kelsey's feet, at least. When I tried them on, it looked like a little girl trying on mommy's shoes. Okay, haben wir eine 9. Oh, the fucking swear jar, okay. You may have noticed, sweet journal, that there are less and less F words in these pages. I'm so frigging proud. Ha! Only when I go berserk, like when Kelsey threw that rock through my window, that's when it's hard to keep up. Did you know that as a little girl I used to curse abundantly, spricht man das so aus? Trying to extend my vocabulary here. Dad thought it indicated intelligence, and I guess it looked cute up to a certain age. But he said Mom hated it, so every time I used the F word, he made me put a piece of candy in the swear jar. Can't tell you how much that hurt every time, because I'd never see it again. I think he secretly ate it. He must have rejoiced. Yep, vocabulary extension again. Every time I swore like a madwoman. Must have. Okay, prinzipiell können wir jetzt aber auch können wir Brute forcen. Wir haben 3 an der ersten Stelle, wir haben 4 an der zweiten Stelle, wir haben 9 an der dritten, 5, 3, 4, 9, 5 und das letzte können wir dann raten.
What is the code, Marie? Wait. The journal. It must be in the journal. God damn it. What is the code? Yay! Good work, Kelsey. Oh my God. The past, like the future, is indefinite and exists only as a spectrum of possibilities. Stephen Hawking said that. I wish it were true. But there was nothing I could do about the past. It was definite as hell. Sometimes I didn't get Marie. I really thought a night by Jones's pool would help her relax. She used to love it there. But she insisted someone had been watching us. I just wanted to have a good time, and she was ruining it, so I said some things I shouldn't have. She just stood there, staring at the window. I was so annoyed. And that's when I knew she'd been right. Trevor. Right there in the room. He'd just come in through the open window. How did he find us? He didn't know where Marie and I lived. I always made sure of that. But he took an orange from his backpack and started peeling it. It had been Trevor by the pool, and he'd followed us home. He said to Marie, I told you not to mess with me. But still, I didn't get it. No, it wasn't until he started moving in on her that I realized it was Marie. He was after Marie. He blamed her for everything, and he had a knife. I'd never seen him so angry, so evil. Marie tried to get it away from him. He asked her why she never answered her phone. Did she not read her emails? Or did she think they were hollow threats? God, I just wanted to punch him with anything I could lay my hands on. My backpack. I smashed it against his wrist, knocking the knife out of his hands. Marie went for it, but Trevor was faster. He kicked her in the head. I dove for the knife, but he jumped me. As we struggled, he hissed, "Didn't I get enough action yet? Maybe I needed another baseball bat to get my kicks." I stopped, because right then I knew what he was up to. He asked Marie about Mr. Torres. Was he all right? Did he still get stomach aches? Marie lay on the floor by the bed, in shock, realizing it had been Trevor who almost killed her father. Then Trevor looked at me, added with a smile. And her. That's when it all went to pieces. Trevor ripped us apart, and he was enjoying it. Marie didn't understand. I tried to explain, apologized, but she wasn't listening. She kept asking me if I'd been there with Trevor in their house. Trevor stirred things up even more. He told her it was me who had hit her over the head with a baseball bat, that I'd enjoyed it. I screamed in frustration. No, that's not what happened. Tears streamed down Marie's face. She couldn't believe I would do that. Hurt her deliberately. God, I wanted Trevor to stop talking. I attacked him, scratched his face, hit him wherever I could. I hated him. He was twisting everything. I wanted to tell her that I was sorry. Yes, we robbed the house, and we got caught by Mr. Torres. But I never meant for anyone to get hurt. I didn't smash Marie's head. I panicked. I wanted to stop her from seeing me. When I realized how badly injured she was, I called the police. I tried to stay, but Trevor wouldn't let me. He pulled me by my hair into the van. But Marie wasn't listening. I was losing it, and I like to think I beat Trevor up pretty good. But Trevor punched back harder and faster. He was about to crack my skull. Marie clawed for the box beside her, opened it. She screamed, told us to stop, pointed that 9mm at us. Trevor went nuts, charged for her. She screamed, told him to stay back. She'd never shot a gun in her life. She wasn't going to start now. Trevor grabbed her by the shoulders and... What you think you remember is not necessarily what really happened, or how others remember it. But Trevor fell back on the carpet, dead. That we all remember.
Okay. Ich finde es ein bisschen gut, dass Trevor tot ist und nicht Marie, aber...
Mom, where are you? Did you get the journal?
I'll be down in a minute.
Aunt Marie is getting a little worked up here. She threatened to smoke a cigar. In your car.
Don't let her. Don't let her smoke. I love that car.
She knows you do. Get down here, Mom. You're taking like forever.
I'll be down in a minute.
Bring the journal.
Okay, spielen wir Kelseys Mom? Ich bin so verwirrt.
Of course I knew it was her. Who else? There's only one thing to do. Get to Marie. She wouldn't talk to me on the phone, so what else could I do? I drove all the way up there to Vancouver, freezing my ass off in that tin can of a car.
Oder sind wir doch Kelsey und haben jetzt selber eine Tochter? Wenn sie sagt Aunt Mary? Okay, also wahrscheinlich sind wir doch wieder mit ihr befreundet. Und jetzt tatsächlich erwachsen. Oh Gott, war das wirsch. Ah, okay, die Musik haben sie also nicht selber gemacht. I see. Aber trotzdem, also wir waren jetzt natürlich echt nicht lang, aber so für ein nettes kleines Spiel zwischendurch. Nett gemacht auf jeden Fall. Nichts, was mich storymäßig jetzt total umgehauen hätte, aber war ganz cool, sich irgendwie so die einzelnen Sachen zusammenzupuzzeln. Ich frage mich, ob wir die 1 für die Kombination noch irgendwo hergekriegt hätten. Also wir hätten bestimmt noch mehr Sachen anklicken können, die ich aber wahrscheinlich spontan nicht gefunden habe. Aber für so ein kleines kostenloses Spiel, ich fand es echt ganz nett. Hat natürlich wenig Wiederspielwert, aber ich glaube, darum geht es auch nicht wirklich. Ja, das war definitiv eine ganz nette Sache. Finde, das konnte man mal machen. In dem Sinne, vielleicht schaffe ich es ja irgendwann bald mal Life is Strange nachzuholen, nachdem der zweite Teil jetzt auch seit einer Weile angekündigt ist. Gucken wir mal. Vielen Dank auf jeden Fall fürs Zugucken. Vielen Dank fürs Dabeisein, fürs Dranbleiben. Ich hoffe, wir sehen uns bei einem nächsten Projekt wieder. Und bis dahin wünsche ich euch eine angenehme Zeit und macht's gut, haut rein und tschüss.